Women become extremely unsafe when generally the men return home from the fires and subject them to domestic violence.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Australia right now, we are moving into the summer months. And that means, among many other things that we enjoy, that the temperature's about to go off the fucking Richter scale, alright? What's going to happen is it's going to start hitting 40 degrees. And there are many weeks during the summer period here in this great country that it averages 40 degrees for like what seems like a millennia. Now, for those of you who don't use degrees Celsius, that's about 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So, fucking hot, alright? Now, one of the things that we rely upon in the Australian summer that a lot of people don't recognise as much as they should is firefighters. Someone who we don't really think about too much until our lives are on the line and we need them. And that's what they do for a job. They go in, they face situations that we don't want to. They put fires out, they save people's lives, animals' lives, and property. That's their job. They keep people safe from something as terrifying as fire. But for some reason over the last couple of weeks, some fuckwits who for some reason have political pull have decided that all male firefighters in this country abuse their wives. Yes, this is shit that the Greens have put forward in our country.
Defending labelling the government
arsonists.
Now's not the time to go quiet. Now's the time to take action.
We've had a lot of bad fire situations over the last month or so, and the Greens have jumped on this opportunity to scream about climate change yet again. Now, whether or not the fires have to do with climate change, I don't really know, because this is footage from 2003.
Right now. Okay, Cambo 1-0, we've got an outbreak on the grass verge leading on. At this stage of the game, it's probably not here or there. Come back up this way.
It's just a bottle of water.
And I'm pretty sure that's some fucked up fires right bloody there. Now, whether or not that was climate change, that's not the argument here. The Greens came forward in a political press conference to talk about the climate change problems that have caused the fires to be worse, and then they brought a lady to talk about domestic violence after fires. And then everything went up the shit.
The action taken by Green Senator Larissa Waters is to call another news conference, at which women's rights activist Cheryl Moody claims returning firefighters are more likely to beat their partners.
After a cataclysmic event like this, domestic violence peaks.
The head of the Red Heart campaign against domestic violence says her claims are backed by academic research conducted after Victoria's Black Saturday fires.
You see, women's rights activist Cheryl Moody decided to take this opportunity to basically say that every single male firefighter out there goes home and bashes his wife, punches her in the face, abuses her. With what evidence, Cheryl? Miss Moody, and I'll assume she's a miss because she's fuck ugly.
Women become extremely unsafe when generally the men return home from the fires and subject them to domestic violence.
She stated this in this press conference, and yet the study that she quotes from to make that fucked up statement is not even slightly in favour of what she says. In fact, the people who wrote the study, who funded the study, who drew the conclusions from that study, came out and said she was completely incorrect.
But the researcher, Dr. Deb Parkinson, told 7 News today that although she did find an increase in family violence in fire-affected communities, we never narrowed it down to make any particular findings about firefighters.
So in this whole press conference, does the lady who represent the Greens, do they go in and they say, hang on, Cheryl Moody, we can't just say that, that's ridiculous, you know, these guys are out risking their lives and you're saying they bash their missus. Nah, they just let it go. And then they backpedal a couple of days later when they realise that it doesn't really work out for their political advantage. Fuck you.
When 7 News pointed this out to Senator Waters, she said, "We note the research that violence increases during times of disasters."
Do the Greens take a step back when they've been told that the research has come out and said that this is bullshit? No.
But texting 7 News from the Senate chamber, Larissa Waters says, "We absolutely distance ourselves from the statement made by Cheryl Moody."
What absolute pussies. They're scared. They are scared because Miss Moody is a women's rights activist, and if you disagree with them, then you're a sexist piece of shit. That's what's wrong with all this political correctness business, is if you disagree with the wrong person, even though their argument is invalid, you're a bad person. That's not proper discourse. That's fucking stupid.
Ms Moody stands by her claim.
Fuck the Greens, fuck Sherelle Moody, fuck all these cunts that say this absolutely horrible shit about firefighters. Firefighters are the backbone of Australia. We fucking love you. Now, I was watching this video from 2003 in the ACT, and a lot of people passed away from these fires. The home loss, the property loss was just outrageous, if you can remember. But I was watching this video and it really made me think, holy shit, these guys are so necessary.
Colin saying this is a red situation. We need some pumpers here urgently. Colin saying I've just ploughed into a vehicle. Come on. Colin. Nifty Rich, you cool? I'm fine, man. I'm with the fight.
Miss Moody is the leader of a women's rights organisation. How can we trust anything she says now that she comes out with this shit? If this is how she interprets data, what else is she coming out with? All this came a week after Q&A released a beautiful special on the ABC where they had an all-feminist panel, and it was fucking hilarious. Other than this chick with the most beautiful manly moustache that I've ever seen was this crazy bitch, Mona Ethelway. Hawaii. Anyway, she decided to carry on like an absolute fuckwit, okay? And basically, her thing that she pissed everyone else off with was what she said about men. Now, she said this.
For me, as a feminist, the most important thing is to destroy patriarchy. How long must we wait for men and boys to stop murdering us, to stop beating us, and to stop raping us? How many rapists must we kill? Not the state, because I disagree with the death penalty, and I want to get rid of incarceration, and I'm with you on the police. So, I want women themselves. As a woman, I'm asking, how many rapists must we kill until men stop raping us?
Okay, you shouldn't call for the killing of anyone. You said you don't like capital punishment, but you still call for the killing of rapists. Rapists are pieces of shit. But you know what rapists are not? Men and boys. This is the same thing that we saw a couple of years ago from The Project when they said we need to teach young boys not to rape. No, you need to teach rapists not to rape. This is a ridiculous statement and argument. What the fuck are you talking about? No one cares that you said the word fuck you. This is what Mona's running with. She's like, oh, everyone in Australia is freaking out because I said fuck you. No. Everyone here swears, you dumb shit. What everyone's pissed off at is you inciting violence, you fucking red-headed fuckhead. Do us all a favour. Fuck off home. Don't come back. Fuck you to the moon. Just fucking spewing shit and talking absolute diarrhea in our country. Fuck off, you red-headed turd. But it's not just Moody or Mona. It's also Israel Folau, who took a pot shot at the people affected by the fires, stating that the fires are only happening because of... In one of his beautiful sermons at his church, they are only happening because of gay marriage and abortion. Nice one, Israel, you fucking idiot. After delivering this sermon with a 2,000-year-old book in his hands, just a side note, people don't really, listen to encyclopedias from 20 years ago, but sure, I'm sure your book's fucking spot on about everything. He said that gays and abortion's making God angry. And then he's trying to kill people with fire. So that leaves me with a little question. What have starving African children done to piss God off so much? Israel, do you have an answer for that, dickhead? Just a quick message to all the news networks out there that keep reporting on Israel Folau. Stop! He's a fucking idiot, alright? Fuck that dickhead. Fuck him off, alright? Let him take his money and go and bash his little Bible somewhere else. No one gives a shit what this dickhead's saying. But what people should give a shit about is helping the firefighters out. Now, there are a lot of great charities happening right now, and I've listed some down. They've got the Real Fire Service. They're taking donations. The link is down below. Help them out. There's a Koala Foundation helping injured koalas. Something you probably don't think about. When these fires rip through these communities and this bush, they fuck up a lot of wildlife, and they displace their homes, and they kill their young, and they kill the wildlife themselves. So if you can help out the koalas, the Salvation Army also has a disaster appeal going on. A family near Taree Taree in New South Wales lost everything. They have a GoFundMe. The Lions Club of Australia are raising money as well, and all those links will be below. But a big shout out to the musical band Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers make great music. Good fucking on them. They were banned by Triple J a couple of years ago, but fuck Triple J. They're good people. They also donated $68,000 of their merch sales to the Royal Fire Service. So fucking good on those guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can help out a little bit, good stuff. If not, just be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave it a like. Toodaloo. Bye.